Today, we're going to divide decimals using standard algorithm. It's important to note that students are not required to show mastery of this strategy in 5th grade in the state of Georgia. We do teach it as an additional strategy as many students find this strategy to be easier to use. So, I'm going to start with 1 69/100 divided by 1. The first thing I'm going to do is look at my divisor, and I'm going to notice that it's already a whole number. Therefore, the decimal that's found in the dividend is going to stay exactly where it is, and I'm going to raise it to the roof. Now I'm going to ignore the decimal, and I'm going to divide using standard algorithm as I normally would. 1 divided by 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. When I subtract, I get a remainder of 0. I'm going to bring down the next digit. 6 divided by 1 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. When I subtract, I have a remainder of 0. I'm going to bring down the last digit in my dividend. That's a 9. 9 divided by 1 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9, and then 9 minus 9 is 0. So I have a remainder of 0, and my quotient or my answer is 1 69/100. Now I'm going to divide 10 69/100 by 4/10. I notice that I have a decimal number in my divisor. In order to make that a whole number, I can multiply 4/10 times 10. When I do that, it gives me the whole number of 4. What I do in my divisor, I have to do in my dividend. So I'm going to multiply 10 69/100 by 10, which gives me 106 9/10. I'm then going to raise the decimal to the roof, and I can divide as usual. I know that 1 divided by 4 would give me a decimal number, so I'm going to use 10 divided by 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. Now I'm going to bring down the 6, which is my next digit in my dividend. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So I'm going to bring down the 9. I know that 7 times 4 is 28. 29 minus 28 is 1. But because I'm dividing with a decimal number, I want to divide it all the way out. I can always add a 0 to the end of a decimal number. So I'm going to add a 0 to the end of the number in my dividend. Now I'm going to bring that 0 down. I know that 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. I can add one more 0 and bring it down again. And I know that 4 times 5 is 20, leaving me with a remainder of 0. And my quotient, or my answer, is 26 725 thousandths. For one more problem, we're going to divide 11 9/10 by 1 7/10. Again, I notice that in my dividend, I have a decimal number. If I multiply my divisor by 10, I know that I can create a whole number. If I multiply 1 7/10 by 10, I get 17. I'm going to do the same thing with my dividend that I just did with my divisor. 11 9/10 multiplied by 10 is going to give me 119. I raise my decimal to the roof. I happen to know that 17 times 7 is 119. And when I subtract, I have a remainder of 0. I know that 7 and 0 tenths is the same thing as 7. It's a whole number.